do not pay for sex. Now, I know a lot of young guys out there, especially those who haven't had a lot of sexual experiences or experience in dating or with relationships in general. They tend to have this very strong hyper focus on the importance of getting sex, busting the nuts, coming over her face, you know, all those disgusting things that guys think about. And there's nothing wrong with sex. I think it's terrific. That's the reason why I am, and most of you are here today because of sex. Now, when you start paying for sex, what does that imply? Well, in my opinion, it implies that a woman can be bought like a commodity in which you can give them an arbitrary value to their existence. Now, some of you might argue that sex is, or selling your body is just like any other services that people can provide. Now, this can be true. I can see why they think like this. But I also think that when you start paying for sex, you devalue it. It's, in a way, it's no longer a normal thing that humans do. It's now reduced to an arbitrary, man-made concepts, a commodity, and we assign random values to it. Money is a man-made, random concept. It doesn't exist if humans are not here. And also, when you pay for sex, the women aren't viewed as companions anymore. They aren't our loved ones anymore. They are almost viewed as an object. And there's also another argument for it, that is, sex, you're paying for sex either way. Either being in a relationship, or paying for premium Snapchat, or paying for an Onlyfans subscription, or straight up seeing a prostitute. You're paying for sex either way. This is a very common argument, and it's true. Sex doesn't come to you if you're not deserving of it. If you're not the man, then if you're still a low-level man and you're not very attractive, then sure, you don't deserve sex. You must have, let's just be real here. You must have resources, money. You must have a future, and you must be able to take care of or provide for provide some sort of security to your female companion. This is what the red pillars think. You must have some sort of value to you to be able to provide this to the woman. And this, in a sense, is paying for sex. Because you got to take her out for dinner, you got to treat her nice, you got to provide some sort of security to the woman you're with. And yeah, I have to ask you this question. How the fuck can you get there if you're wasting all your resources on these girls and these relationships that will lead you to nowhere? That resource, your money, is available to you now. That is for you to invest in yourself, become a stronger, better human being. You gotta invest it on your own damn future, man. And when I'm talking about paying for sex, I'm not just talking about straight up going to see a prostitute. No, I'm talking about paying girls on Onlyfans, buying premium Snapchats, or just chatting to girls and offering them money in exchange for some sexual sexual favors. No, I'm talking about paying for sex in general. By what um, guys these days do, they pay for premium Snapchat and OnlyFans. And another reason for why you shouldn't pay for sex is that you tend to view people as disposable. Think about it. Most of the girls that these guys get with, aka strippers, prostitutes, OnlyFans girls, they're not gonna get a future out of these girls. There's no future with them whatsoever. They're only there for the reason that the guys came to them in the first place, sex. They're only there for sex, let's be real. So you're not gaining anything besides sex. You're not developing yourself further. You're not developing with the person together. You don't come to a greater understanding of this person. Nothing you learn being in this relationship will help you in the long term. And that makes the relationship very fragile or even toxic. People might even become codependent. You provide me sex, I provide you this. Whatever arbitrary resource that these guys are capable of providing, money, for example. And I feel sad about this topic because I've been there, man. I've been there. I've paid for girls on Snapchat and OnlyFans, and it. Thinking back about it, it's just a horrible period of my life, which I do not hope any young man to have to go through. I mean, it's good to go through so that you have a greater insight into your own being and you know what makes you truly fulfilled in this life. But at the same time, I wish that other young men do not fall into this trap. I do not want them to suffer what I went through and consider suicide. It's such a dark period of my life, which I do not hope upon anyone. Another reason for why you should not pay for sex is that you create a market for it subconsciously, or you promote this culture. Think of your mother or your sister. How would you feel if you know that your sister or your mom is selling herself for some random stranger on the street? It's sad how I hear my colleagues talking about this side hustle so openly in the workplace, and they laughing about it. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them have already started this side hustle. When you openly promote this idea, you of random hookups and just selling sex, you are in a way destabilizing our society by destroying the very fundamental core units of this society, the nuclear family. When you destabilize the very core unit of society, breaking apart of the family, you are setting up society for failure, basically. Our future generation depended on strong families, and now people are changing this culture around. I don't know how long us humans can last. I do hold a very pessimistic view, but I also have high hope that when people start to realize this, a lot of people are talking about this topic, so I have strong hope that we will conserve some of our good qualities of being humans. Um, some of the guys who are not experienced with sex will have the excuse that you're paying for sex, you're getting your education in that you are not um, that you didn't get as a child. When you're a teenager, when you don't have your first love, when you don't have your girlfriend, when you're in high school, by paying for sex, you're getting sexual education. Sure, yeah, you learn how to fuck people and know where to put your pee and yeah, all that good stuff. But it's in the grand scheme of things, it is not a real relationship. It's not what sex is designed for. Maybe it's designed for pleasure and you're seeking pleasure, but I see that the negative consequences outweigh the positive. In that it's not real, you're paying for an experience. It will make you regret in the long term. I'm speaking from experience. It made me regret tremendously. It makes me feel like I do not worth a damn. And girls do not care about me unless I pay them money. And even when I pay them money, I know that they do not give a shit about me. And it just hurts, man. Like, it makes me want to kill myself. And also, like, I hear a lot of people talking about when they get so invested in this girl that they always see at a strip club or their favorite prostitute. They get attached to these women and think that they have a future with them, and eventually they get hurt when the expectations are not met. It's like a gateway drug, sex, paying money for sex. And it's highly addictive because you get so much options. You can see whatever that is your fetish. And there's a common term among drug users that is called chasing the dragon, which is after you get high for the first time, you try to recreate that high sensation by going more extreme. So say after you have sex for the first time with this, I don't like to put numbers on people, but say you had sex with a 5 out of 10 girl, and then you know that you can get sex that easily by paying money. You're gonna be looking for the 7 out of 10, the 8 out of 10, the 9 out of 10, and usually they worth a bit more. They worth a bit more. That's not the right way to say it. Like they cost you more, and because you know that you have this safe space to do all this weird shit, this sexual deviant stuff, these fetishes, and you know you can get away with this kind of stuff, you're gonna be coming back for it. And what if you don't get that stimulus anymore because you've been so desensitized to all the kinky weird shit? How's that gonna make you feel? Yeah, I know it's been a hard topic to talk about, but I want to end this video by saying that you should save your money, man. Save your money and focus on things that really are gonna help you in the future. Invest in your study, your hobby even. Invest in them. Spend time developing your skills, learning new things, or even spending money on a cause you care about, donating to charities. If you say you got too much money and you don't know what to spend it on, then for all you billionaires out there, spend money on something that will help society. I know some people don't care about society, and that's fine. I realize that people have a different moral compass to me. They live under different moral rules, but for for those of you who do have a clear conscience and care about people, you should consider spending money on something you really care about that will help society. But if you don't care about society, then invest that money in yourself for your own selfish reason. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Everyone should be wanting to upgrade themselves, become better, become smarter, become stronger, become more educated. And yeah, I trust that those who watch this video will reconsider their choices. Until next time, stay strong and God bless.